I just got in this massive box from Barweer and I am so excited to share it with you all because it is filled to the brim with speed champions. Yeah, they're not technically speed champions, but we're going to see if any of these bootleg speed champs can hold up to the real thing, trade some punches. As mentioned, this video is being made in partnership with Barweer. I scoured their site, not an easy task because they have a ton of inventory, and I looked for the best 8-stud wide brick built cars from each brand, and they sent them over here so that I could show them to you all. So if you find any of these interesting, check out the links below because they'll all be there for you. And spoiler alert, a lot of them are insanely inexpensive. Getting into the box, we have 5 small packages that we're going to open up along the way, plus one bonus box at the end that I'm very excited to show you. You are not going to want to miss that one, my friends. If you can't tell from my overly bubbly demeanor, I am beside myself with excitement getting ready to get into these, and I don't really know where to start, so we'll just go from smallest to largest. Tearing into the first package, and we're going to be looking at this Reobrix set styled after Han's Mazda RX-7 from Tokyo Drift, featuring that silky smooth veil-side body kit, and this one's got a pretty nice box too. I guess I didn't really know what to expect building this thing. No standard chassis piece like in Lego sets, so we'll build this thing from the ground up. But this build has tons of detail, including what seems to be the engine. Techniques are good, but relatively straightforward for a speed champion. A good amount of snot, but nothing crazy. It doesn't seem like the interior is designed to fit a minifigure, but we can test that later. We do get some cool stuff like these wedge tiles that Lego doesn't make, but they totally should. The rear end and spoiler design are pretty simple too, but they get the job done. After a short while and only a few stickers, the RX-7 is complete. I gotta say, I mostly like it. The build was simple but effective. I don't like the headlights though, but I think we can fix that with a couple little snips. The body kit is really well captured, and so is the orange and black paint. Not that that would be particularly difficult. So I think this thing slaps. It looks great. It's nice to have another Japanese vehicle kicking around in my collection, and I can't wait to post it up next to the Nissan Skyline. All this can be yours for $7. 8 out of 10. Moving on. Let's get into this next package here. Ooh, this is from CBox. It is their Dodge Viper looking thing. Well, it's not licensed, so maybe it's like a Scotch Wiper or something, but you get my drift. And you tell me this box doesn't look like it says Wang on it right here. Round back, this thing looks pretty sweet. 4 sets of wheel covers, I love that. And check out these features, slides back and forth and includes rotating wheels. That is some revolutionary stuff going down at CBox, man. Wait till the rest of the world finds out about that. Anyway, let's get into it. Weirdly, the wheel covers are just kind of chucked in there. And check this manual, only 18 pages. Sadly, no crinkly bags here. It feels like it's packaged like a model kit, if that makes sense. Also, the instructions suggest there's building stages, but the bags aren't numbered, so that doesn't really make sense to me. Got some work done here, and if you look real close, you can actually see SRT on the sticker. Shout out to copyright law, alive and strong down at the CBox factory. Now check out this engine detail though. The Viper's down a couple cylinders, but I appreciate the effort. But take a look at this genius move for the front grille. Absolutely fabulous. Click on the hood. This front end looks sick, not gonna lie. I got a little carried away, but how good does this thing look? What wheels to pick? These ones, they look just like the real Viper wheels, that'll work. But I am definitely saving these TE37s and these like Aerodisc / old school Mercedes-Benz looking wheels. They look awesome. And I saw this little sleeve clinging to my box when I first popped it out of the package. Turns out it has some Viper logos if you want to get really spicy with the copyright. But I think this set is dope, straight up. Really cool build with fun and interesting techniques. End result looks badass, you can't deny it. You can even peek in at the engine through the hood scoop. Only downside for me is the stickers where the blue doesn't quite match the color of the pieces. But for $7, you really can't go wrong. 10 out of 10 wood speed champions again. Well, maybe 9.5 because it's not licensed, but it's still sick. Let's move on. Next up, let's get into this one. Looks like we got this Mould King 911 RSR. This one looks really sick and the box is very nice. Let's crack into this because I'm pretty sure, yep, this one comes with a sweet little display case. Folded and large sticker sheet is suboptimal. These instructions are so dinky and cute though. Let's get building. Mould King, which I think used to be Lepin if memory serves, seems to be going to extreme lengths to not get sued by Lego here, fair play. Feels a bit excessive though. Rear engine and exhaust detail is excellent. Here's a look at the interior. Kinda weird that it has a passenger seat considering it's a race car, but we're all kinda weird, aren't we? Almost done. Just a couple more steps to finish this beast up. Clip on the wing and get the wheels on, and get those damn stickies on. Now that's better. There's only one thing left to do here. Yeah, pop it in. This thing looks amazing in its display case. Overall, bit of a mixed bag this one for me. For a race car, I'd say the amount of stickers is acceptable. And the included display case is super cool bonus, which I love. But the way you have to put these parts together so the boys and girls at the Mould King factory don't get sued is super annoying. But apart from the headlights being too small, I think it looks great, and at less than $9, you can't go wrong. 8 out of 10. Next. Actually, hold up. It's been 2 days and this sticker on the back is already peeling off. That's pretty poor. I'm knocking it down to 6. I think after a month, all these stickers on these curved pieces are going to be in shambles. Anyway, enough about this. To the next. Next up, let's get into this one. Looks like we've got a CaDA Citröen C4 rally car. Fully licensed, of course. This one looks pretty sweet, and let's get into it. I'm not seeing any stickers here, and check this bag of printed parts. Poppin' fresh, my brother. 2 pages in and we are already adding prints. So here I was, building the rear bumper, minding my business, when all of a sudden... stickers. Ugh. I would eventually finish the bumper though. Attach it and cap off with more prints for taillights, putting the doors on, rig up the front bumper, beautifully printed hood, and roof going on. These flex hoses will make the pillars to hold up the roof. I was skeptical of how this would look, but I actually don't mind it in person. Here's what I do mind. Putting stickers on for wheels. Come on, CaDA, you can do better than that. But it's done, and it looks better in person than it does online, in my opinion. Coming in at a mind-bending $7.50 for the set with the box, this too is a great value. Parts have the best quality so far, and the instructions are the easiest to follow. But the sticker wheel covers suck, and I just don't love the subject matter all that much. Personal thing. However, it is the first licensed set we've seen, but not the last, spoiler alert. I'm gonna give this one an 8. Not bad. For $7.50, come on. Onward! Last bag from the big box, getting into it, and ooh, this looks freaking unreal, gang. Fully licensed Pagani Zonda R from Rastar. Let's freaking go. This one is more expensive too, landing at an eye-watering $15 if you want the box, which I do. Speaking of the box though, shall we? Here are the instructions. Okay, yeah, this is next level for Speed Champs. Little info about the car. I like it. We got some specialized pieces looking very nice here, and prints. Minimal stickers. Let's begin. Getting into the chassis, and this is looking very interesting so far. Here's stage 1 done, and I love how this is looking so far. We continue. Okay, so I'm just gonna take you on a trip for part 2. It was awesome. We build up the front lights, interior, side skirts, doors, and rear fender areas, and it crescendos with these special intake pieces. Again, for stage 3, just sit back and relax. This is a sensational build, very interesting, great techniques all around. Now here's an odd thing, sticker on a printed part. Can't say I've ever seen that before, but chuck on these special wheels, click in the mirrors, apply a few pretty fragile, admittedly, stickers, and it is done. It is so good. I'm obsessed with this. Almost everything about this is perfect for me. It looks really, really cool. The build was phenomenal. And yes, it's the most expensive so far, but $15, my gosh, for a fully licensed Pagani Zonda R. Get the flip on board. The only issue here for me is these stick and peel stickers, which are a little delicate, kind of fiddly to do. I'm not a big fan of them. Change that, Rastar, and you will have a 12 out of 10 on your hands. Actually, there's also no steering wheel in the interior, which I find kind of odd. I'll give this one a 9.5. It is super good. I want another. I might genuinely go back and buy the white one too. I liked it a lot. Last, but certainly not least, we are getting into this big box. So this is wild. Now bear with me here. This is the Power Block Mini Cooper, and check out the box art first of all. It is absolutely incredible. I love it. Except this weird sentence. Suitable for the female demographic? Who the hell approved that one? That is, what an odd thing to say. I think this thing also has a display case, so let's get it open. Nothing wrong with liking what you like. True, unless you like Hawaiian pizza. Regardless, here's some instructions and let's get building. This set is designed by Moonrock Mock. Check them out. Getting into it and begin with the chassis. Interior is very detailed too, really detailed. How about some opening doors for you? Hood is going on, straight in. Rear hatch works as well. Pop on just a scooch of stickers and get the wheels on, and she is done. Or is she? Shout out to the female demographic. Got another box. This is our display case. I gotta say, I love how it's styled after a C-Can. I think it looks super good. And this Mini looks amazing inside of it. This one is a mixed bag too. By far the most expensive at $30. I love the display and the packaging, and the build is very well done and detailed. But an unlicensed car for $30 is a tough sell. Elephant in the room, they do have licensed vehicles at all. I accidentally ordered this one when I meant to choose the Supra. I wanted the Supra. I think the Supra would have been better and probably get full endorsement, but the lack of license for $30 is really holding this one back. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, only for the high price. Should be licensed at that price. That's gonna do it for this foray into some fake speed champions. Let me know down below, what do you think's your favorite? I've got 2 extremely high recommendations on this list. Perhaps you could have guessed them by now. Of course, this fully licensed Pagani Zonda R from Rastar. I was super surprised by this. I thought it looked like the build was probably gonna be pretty straightforward, pretty boring. It is not. It is very interesting, very good. Get you some of that. But the biggest surprise for me, this little CBox Viper. This thing is so good. I loved it. It was such a cool build. And I think it looks excellent. And it is $7. Need I say that again? $7. That is fabulous. You can pick up these for the price of 1 speed champs, and they're so good. Oh my God. Highly recommend either one of these. Or if you're feeling a little treat yourself, get both. Let me know what you think down below. If there are any other unlicensed speed champions that I missed that you think I should be looking at, do let me know and we'll try and arrange that for a super video. Subsequent video. Anyways, thank you again for Barweer to make this video possible. It was super fun, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See you again in the next one soon. Bye-bye.